Greetings, everybody, to the Daily Antidote of Song, day 2038. Welcome to you all from wherever you might be joining us on this wonderful large globe of ours. Welcome to the people joining us on YouTube and Facebook Live. We are joined today by the wonderful Colleen Kattau. If we could just raise our hands in greeting to her. And she is joining us from New York, singer, songwriter, activist extraordinaire. I believe she has been sharing out apples to the community around her. Joe is a recipient of her apples. She is a food grower, and she is going to share song with us today on this Daily Antidote, day 2038. Thank you so much for joining us again from wherever you might be joining us from, and thank you to Colleen for being with us today from New York. What are you gonna sing for us today,
I'm
Colleen?
I'm really excited to share this sing along with you. Well, it's a simple song. It's called "I Will Rise." Yeah, and so I'll just start right in, and there's a refrain that you can sing along to. Just say "I will rise," and then it changes at the end to "We will rise." But please sing along. Yeah, and the lyrics are in the chat there. I will rise like the golden sun of morning. I will rise. That's your part, right? I will rise to greet the new day dawning. I will rise. Now you can sing the whole song with me. Like a cool, clear river, nourished by a mountain stream, I will rise like I am realizing Martin's dream. I know how bad it is, how the poor stay poor, how the rich stay rich, how the beauty is strafed with the weapons of war, how the greedy take and take while the earth is torn, how the planet burns, how many species are gone. I don't need more trauma to make me numb. More. I will rise, I will rise like the cicada in the sun. I will rise. I will rise. The ancestors guide me on, and I will rise. Yeah, and all our differences, they'll make the rain to heal the wounded land. We'll form a chain with every living thing, every nation, a hand in hand. Yeah. And I will rise in love, I will rise in peace, rise up for freedom and equality, and rise up with respect for this earth and home, and rise up knowing I am not alone. And you and I will rise singing freedom songs. We will rise up, all of us, everyone, yeah. We will rise like the golden sun of morning. We will rise to greet the new day dawning. We will rise, taking care of this earthly home. We will rise, knowing we are not alone. And we will rise, oh, far beyond this crazy grief. We will rise in justice and in peace. We will rise. Keep singing that. We will rise. up, we will rise, rise up, rise up, we will rise, rise up, we will rise.
Yes, thank you so much, Colleen. Thank you. What a song of the time. What a song of hope. What a song of heartbreak. I don't know which one I should put first because they kind of ride on, on the same wave. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about about the song, about
Sure.
why you chose to share this song with us
Mm-hmm.
today on the Daily Antidote?
I love this, the Daily Antidote. I just have to say, it's just such a great uplifting thing that you do every single day. So, but yeah, I wrote the song. It was originally going to be for a choir that I co-direct, and uh, and it was in the dark days, of the first, just the dark days of November. And I wrote it a couple of years ago, and I just was like, we have to just not give in to despair or grief, and I found the grief can kind of rhyme with peace, so that was nice, because we have to acknowledge the grief, too, and but I just was, wanting to write something that I could stand behind, and like a positive message, even in the despair in which I wrote it, So that's the idea behind the song.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
it's part of an album that I did recently called This Hen's Gonna Crow.
This hen's gonna crow.
Yeah, This Hen's Gonna Crow.
Oh,
Because it was from a quote a few years, I mean, back, a couple of decades ago, a friend of mine whose songs I still sing, Jolie Rickman, but she had the idea to form the Hen Foundation, because there wasn't a lot of representation in music, and even in progressive music, not enough. And so she took the title from a Confucius quote that said, "When the state, this, when the hen crows, the state will fall."
mm.
But it turns out that hens can crow.
So
When
yeah,
there's no
so the
rooster
state can
around, they
never
can
fall.
crow. No, they will fall because the hens can crow.
Yeah, well, well, thank you for that, and I do feel that, like you say, it's an honoring, it's a song of honoring, and it really, um, it for me kind of like states so much of what's going on, even though you wrote it a couple of years ago. It's still very much of today. I mean, and probably of the next 5 years, and would have been of the last 10 years, and I think in the stating it comes the power of witnessing, and I think that's what I find so impactful about this song. So thank you so
Thank
much
you so
once
much. That's
again
beautiful what you just said.
for
Really
yeah, for
beautiful.
sharing it with us and filling us with hope, filling our hearts with hope as you witness, as you bear witness to everything that is in front of
Mm-hmm.
us. um, is there anything, I mean, the song says a lot, but is there anything else that you want to share about the state of the world that you particularly want to speak to as we
Yeah,
traverse this song with you?
I think there's two things. Just something you said just reminded me. Have always loved the Latin American Nueva Canción tradition, which it was a very radical um, eh, folk movement in a way, but it was more than that. And during the dictatorships of the 20th century, and in Latin America, and people were so brave to sing those songs. And I have a project to kind of make singable translations of those songs. And I find myself, like Victor Jara and Violeta Parra, people who experience disappearances, tortures of the young generation in particular. And I find myself singing those songs now in the context of the U.S., because what we've done for so long in the Americas and elsewhere around the world is coming home to roost, is coming home. And so I really want to, I hope we don't have to sing these songs, but they're kind of crucial for all of us, And so, but I think that keeping the critique, but also just giving the hope is what a lot of musicians, need to do, right? That's our responsibility. Everybody knows how, like even the song says, everybody knows how bad it is. I have to tell you, but there's really beautiful things happening too, and there's a
Mm,
made even despite kind of the deliberate shrinking of public spaces, we create our public spaces and we find them. And the daily antidote of song, for instance, is one of them.
Indeed,
To keep
indeed,
us in the collective, you know.
indeed.
We're not individuals, we're social, you know.
Yeah.
And we're not all about money. Most of us aren't. The vast majority, you know.
And I think it's important to realize that we are in the majority, you know, and I think sometimes that cannot feel, it doesn't necessarily feel that way. And I think this is what, you know, you bringing songs from other traditions also reminds us that actually, like, you know, these ripples are everywhere, and these feelings and kind of resistances and movements are everywhere, and they are global. And that's what's so beautiful about music, you know, that it is transferable and translatable into our, you know, current cultures, into our current political systems, even though maybe the song was written in a totally different language, you know, from
Mm-hmm.
somebody 70 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so true. I mean, it's really been a major part of social movements throughout, you know. And I love hearing, you know, Bella Ciao being sung now by, you know, all kinds of people, you know, younger generations. Like you said, you know, songs travel, and they have they're an essential part of the movement for social change and racial justice and
Yes.
equality and building a world that we want to have, the world of what ought to be, you know.
And we have to
I,
have hope in order to do
yeah,
that. Yeah.
we do. I feel
Um,
bad because I saw the paper bag behind me. I'm like, oh, I should have cleaned that up because but I was John Lennon for Halloween. So that's the bag. I have to return like the nice cap somebody gave me.
you had mentioned an album that you recently released or is coming up.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't-
called
Yeah,
This Hen's Gonna Crow, and I'll share it in the chat, you know, the
great.
link.
And is there anything else that you want to share with us? I mean, I, for one, am definitely going to be checking out the album. I look forward to hearing and diving more in. But is there anything else that you'd like to share with us that you've got
Well,
coming up?
you know, a couple of things. We have a Syracuse Community Choir concert in the Syracuse area. It's in central New York. That's coming up on the 14th, and that's usually live streamed. And then also, I'm just doing, if anybody is in the Amherst area, I'm going to be doing a show with Charlie King on Sunday, November 16th at the Coho. Um, it's usually the first Friday series, but it's actually going to be on a Sunday this time in Amherst, Mass. So yeah, you can email me or just message me if you want more information about that.
Wonderful.
He's a
Thank you
wonderful
so much.
singer-songwriter. Yeah, he's funny too. Thank you.
Well, anyone, we can join in, we can hop on the live stream, we can listen to the album.
Hmm.
Remind us of the album name. I'm sure it's in the chat
It's called
somewhere.
This Hen's Gonna Crow, and actually
Perfect.
I'll just copy and paste it, you know, right now in
I
this.
think somebody is on the chat.
Oh, they
So
are good.
perfect.
They're already
Yes, it
putting
will
in
all be
good.
there.
Thank
This
you.
pen's got a crow. And we would love to sing the song with you once more. So please
Yes,
lead us
let's do
into
it.
the song.
Let's sing the whole
So
thing with
much.
me.
Thank you again, Colleen.
Thank you so much. I will rise like the golden sun of morning. I will rise. I will rise to greet the new day dawning. I will rise like a cool, clear river, nourished by a mountain stream. I will rise like I am realizing Martin's dream. I know how bad it is, how the poor stay poor, how the rich stay rich, how the beauty is strafed with the weapons of war, how the greedy take and take while the earth is torn, how the planet burns, how many species are gone. I don't need more trauma to make me numb. No, no, I will rise like the cicada in the sun. with every living thing, every nation a hand in hand. And I will rise in love, I will rise in peace, rise up for freedom and equality, rise up with respect for this earth and home, rise up knowing I am not alone. And you and I will rise singing freedom songs. We'll rise up, all of us, everyone. Yeah, we will rise like the golden sun of morning. We will rise to greet the new day dawning. We will rise, taking care of this earthly home. And we will rise, knowing we are not alone. And we will rise far beyond this crazy grief. And we will rise in justice and in peace. We will rise, rise up, yeah, we'll rise, rise up, we will rise, rise up, we will rise.
Beautiful, heart-filling, soul-stirring song. Thank you once more to Colleen Kattau, bringing us music and spirit from New York. Before I share who's coming up for the rest of the week, today is Monday. We're starting a new racial justice journey. And I'm sharing the quote with you for the week. It is from Franklin Thomas, who was a US businessman and philanthropist, and he was president and CEO of the Ford Foundation for 20 years. He said, "One day our descendants will think it incredible that we paid so much attention to things like the amount of melanin in our skin, or the shape of our eyes, or our gender, instead of the unique identities of each of us as complex human beings." So thank you to Franklin Thomas for reminding us of that as we start this new racial justice journey this week. We are on day 2038. We'll now see who is coming up for the rest of the week. Today we had the beautiful Colleen Kattau. I have to say your smile filled me with such joy as you were singing as well. So thank you for that as well. Tomorrow we are joined by Elena LaFulana coming in from DC. On Wednesday we have Diane White Clayton, who is coming in from California. On Thursday, Judd Caswell, who is new to the Daily Antidote, coming in from Maine. Friday, we have Katie Martucci, who is coming from Brooklyn. Saturday, we have Shruti Natarajan, who is coming in from India. And on Sunday, another new person to the Daily Antidote, Abby Palmer, coming in from DC. So there we are for the rest of the week. Let us now wave our farewells to everybody. One last thank you, please, to Colleen Kattau.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And we wave our farewells to everybody joining us on Facebook and YouTube. See you tomorrow for day 2039 of the Daily Antidote. Farewell at Facebook and Live and YouTube.